Okay, um, we're streaming, so let's wait some minutes before to start. This is my second streaming, and I felt a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, we must continue learning. If you want to subscribe to my channel, just send me goodbyes to continue doing content. I appreciate that you subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Dioxus. I'm gonna trust that in my microphone and my hub, the sound will be fine. So let me just go to hear my sound. That in my microphone and my hub, the sound will be fine. So okay, that's good. That was just a little review. Oh my god, I need to learn to choose my clothes because the background is black and my shirt is black, and that generate a conflict with my background. Okay, ready? Ready? Let's get started. Let's get started. So first, a little recap about what we did before. This is the command. No, this is the command. No, this is the command. No. I'm not the best person remembering commands. And okay, first, we're learning Dioxus, this amazing framework. And what we did was following the guide to create our first component that basically it's and the extern. It's compiling. Oh my god, I hate this one. Hit that browser. This is better. Basically, it's a component about getting the author points and comments from the Hackers News API. Sorry about the background, I'm gonna fix that. Here. Body. Background. Color. Black. And then brown should work. It should be work. Okay, it's not working. But it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, we follow that steps from the tutorial to create the historic listing using the Y Combinator News API. And basically this is the final project, right? But we had a little bit, we had some issues configuring Tailwinds CSS. It was too late, the last streaming, you know. And I forgot that we should to look into the documentation. And here we have how to set up or how to complete the setup to use Tailwinds CSS to styles or project. But you must remember that Dioxus offered a CLI feature when you can set up directly the Tailwinds CSS project, but there are some there was some issues that we should fix. One of them was we need to install manganese. Yeah, right now I installed manganese version 0.2.1, and it's required to add this variable in our main file. Can you see that we have right now the directory from our style sheet? So this is the way in how Dioxus get access to our public directory and can use the styles from Tailwinds CSS. Okay. Bonus steps. If you wanna get a better autocompletion with Tailwinds in your editor, you should look for settings, Tailwind, Tailwind CSS, and look for the option. Go to the settings for the extension and find the experimental record support section. Reggae support session. Looking for it. Here. Tailwinds CSX, experimental class, Reggae editor. And now you must copy and paste these options in VS Code to get a better auto completion, right? And then we must copy this command to compile or type with CSS code and transforming that into a common CSS file to be added in our project. Can you see that we have the option minus watch? This is because it's gonna inspect our code to perform hub reloading during changes. Right, it's working. That's all. But this going to work? This gonna work? No, because we need to do another changes that I did, and I'm not showing that. I'm gonna give you just a simple explanation. When you create a Dioxus project using the CLI dx init, I don't remember the command. Let me look for it. It's dx help. Yeah. Create new the dx new and name with the name of the project. This is going to generate this file system, the file system for a project, right? Or folder structure, in other words. And this is going to create our assets folder. But Tailwinds CSS recommends use a public folder, and inside the public folder we must to create the Tailwinds.css, right? This is what exactly I had here. I had my public folder, and I had the favicon, the header.svg, and the Tailwinds CSS. This is pre-generated by npx. Yeah, and we need to do another change in our Dioxus.toml, and we must to change this. And here, which files or dirs will be watchers monitoring. When you create a project with the CLI, you can see that the word that you find here is assets. You must change that for the public directory, and the same for assets dir resources assets file folder. Change this. Instead of having assets is generated for the CLI from Dioxus CLI, and use public. That's all what we need to do. And yeah, if you want to add more style sheets different, I don't know, you want to you would like to add a different library, and that library had some predefined CSS, you can add the directory where the CSS is contained here in this array. The same from JavaScript file. Yeah, that's all what we need. Okay, Let me show you. Let me show you. We have this and class. Class. This is no, this is a component. So sorry. I need to fix my background color. Wait a second. I'm going to grab all of this into a div. And adding class. Yeah. PG. Yeah, we had a complexion. Class. This is the right way. Yeah, we had a div. Class. And comma. That's all what we need. Now, let's go to our project. Should be black. But it's not working. Oh, okay. Forcing hub reloading. What happened? Okay. The server crash. Remember that Dioxus is still a project that basically is under development yet. Okay, it's working. I need to add another class, light. It's too much. Red. Great 100. Let's 19. But I need that this will be. Ooh. So screen index y. Let's see. Yeah, it's working perfect. Okay, this is for concert. We don't need this, at least for now. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. We create the first component. Now we must learn about a state. The state in React can be used through hooks. What we had in Dioxus. We had something too similar, but okay, let's start. Interactivity. In this chapter, we will add a preview for articles. You hover over or links you focus on. Create a preview. First, let's split our app into a storage component on the left side on the screen and a preview component on the right side of the screen. Okay. We have the app, we have display flags, and we had two divs. One from stories, from the story component, and one for the previous component. Oh, and split the comments in a different component. Can you see here? Okay. What we had in print until now. This doesn't gonna be required, so let's delete this. It's using here for routing, but it's not required for now. Okay. Story clicks. Okay, what I did wrong. Oh, okay. That's my fault. Story list. It's not working as expected. Root is not long required because this is using routing, and I don't need routing for now. Okay. Let's move this into a component. Function stories, stories. Element RSX, but yeah, oh, I hate that auto completion. And paste here. Say the function stories never use it. Use warned code home by default. I don't need that for now. Okay, let's copy this. Copy this. Not inside. Let's copy this. Copy this. Copy this. And comment in this one. And yeah, this should be part of. Wow, this is a bug maybe? Why is it still recognizing these classes? Which is weird. Okay, Tailwinds CSS is search the parse file. Ah, we can use comments inside, maybe, not sure. Yeah. But my problem right now is that I wanna use class. File it's in. Page screen. Let's let me move a little bit because I'm not sure what I had a lot of transparency when having transparency. Okay, and H screen. Ah, yeah, the color was applied, but can you know that it's almost imperceptible? Yeah. Let's try with yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. No. Yeah, now we need to create our preview element. This preview element have two parts. Well, we have the comments. The comments is a component. Remember, it's the same logic done in React. A component can be reused in another parts without rewrite repetitive code. Now here we have, let's copy this comment. We have stories, we had foxtrot, struct from story item, story listing, and here let's function component comments rsx we had a div. The div had color grade, and the text is injected using inner HTML. In this case, dangerous inner HTML. We should take care with this, sanitizing or HTML to avoid XSS scripting, and well, this is weird. Comments. It's doing it's is this doing recursion? I mean, it's calling itself inside the same component? Wow. Yeah, because this is the component and it's doing a call to himself. Okay. Now we have preview and create a variable preview state as equal preview state and unset. Let's now configure it, the state or the previous state. And next it's doing a match. Basically it's like if else. And depending on the case, this is going to print one of the options. Like if the previous state is unset, so print hover over story to previewed here. Its previous state is loading, and it's gonna print loading. If the previous state it was loaded, and that case gonna print an history. M is using the component comment that we already defined below. Okay, let's copy and paste this one. This code here. Failed to resolve undeclared previous state. Yeah, because previous state it's had an enum when they have the error states that it can be unset, loading, or loaded. Loaded received and story page data that we already defined it. Story page data have their own structure, so their own struct. And yeah, function preview it's never used. Previous state it's unused. Wanna call by default. Previous state unset. Yeah. Now we can call this code here and yeah, let's see. Hover over story to preview it. Yeah. Variants loading and loaded are never constructed. previous state has the right implementations for the trade, the bot and cloud, but these are intentionally ignored during that code analysis. By default, any another one state variants loading and loaded are never constructed. Previous state has the right implementations for the trade, debug, and clone, but these are intentionally ignored during that code analysis. It's okay. What's Copilot say? Let's try. Huh? I'm not gonna go. I remove this one. My code. It's not gonna compile. I don't understand why it's saying that loading and loader is never used it. But anyway. Hover over and started to preview it here. Even handlers. Now we need to do that when the user hovers over a section of focused alley. We can use an event listener to listen for the hover and focus events. Event handlers are similar to regular attributes, but their name usually start with and they accept closures as values. The closure will be called whenever the event is listened for is triggered. When an event is triggered, information about the event is passed to the closure through the event structure. Let's create an on-center event listener in the story listening component. We have a story listening component. Story listen, story listen, story listening component. This is our story listening. Let's create an unknown sender. And it's passing a closure. Too simple. It's like it's the same when we had our HTML and we need to declare an event on React like almost enter, and it's declared. It's you declared it. Yeah. Let's see. Let's copy. Load it. Yeah. More enter. And next, on focus mode event. And title HTML. Share. It's here. It's in the title. expected element, help the attribute about all the children's. Oh, this is typing issue. The attribute is the last one. This is correct. Okay. You can read more about event handlers in the event handlers reference. Let's go. Log info, click it. Okay. This, remove this, and pass here the event. Mismatch it, the limiter. This is why we need to add this. Fail to resolve amuse undeclared log. Same log. We had fail to resolve using undeclared log. Should log. This is new. Log info. Okay, let's look for it. Log info cross. Create logs. Use log info and warn. Okay, let's copy this one. Log info and warn. I'm resolving for log. I need to install. Okay, crates. Log. Cargo add log. And yes, that's the reason. Can cargo add log. Can find cargo tunnel. TLS. CD pocket Dioxus. CD pocket Dioxus. So sorry by the lens cargo add log. It was added. Amazing. Now let's resolve it. Click it. Almost over. Almost over ban. That's cool. Yeah, let's go. Oh, wow. Wow. Let's clear the console. We had a lot of information here. Let's say user use more cargo. It's wow. Okay, okay, let's clear games. It's given looks immediately. Mode server event. Modes enter. Okay. Console bubble. It's given looks immediately, which is weird. But why? What if I remove my log instead of having that? What does it mean? If I use the event on mount center, one of them should be true. Apparently this is not 100% reliable. Just check what happened. Message event. The weird part is that I'm doing mode center. This must display more logs on every enter, right? That isn't happening. The event object. Okay, event handlers. Event handlers are used to respond to the user actions. For example, an event handler could be triggered when the user clicks, scrolls, moves the mouse, or types a character. Event handlers are attached to elements. For example, we usually don't care about all the clicks that happen within an app, only those on a particular button. Event handlers are similar to regular attributes, but their names usually start with on and they accept closure has values. the closure will be called whenever the event is listened for it for is triggered and will be passed that event. For example, to handle cleats on an element, we can specify an onCleat handler. I'm going to remove the previous event with the mode sober just to check if this is working. It should work. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's listening. Listening, but I'm gonna remove this one. I don't wanna use an unfocus. Click at the pen. Complete as this most white at bottom, but I'm not using a bottom just to check. Okay, oh, excuse me. Okay, so click. What is happening in the browser? Console. Click. It's please. Let's see if this is my case. Okay. I'm really stupid. I'm not gonna say what I did wrong. But I'm really stupid. Okay, let's test this in our main. Let's create a bottom. Yeah, bottom is here. Yeah, it's not working. Why it's not working, my bottom? This is not production ready. Okay, what is my bottom? Okay, let's remove the another events. Let's remove another events. Just Just want to test the bottom. Just I want to test the bottom. Okay, let's stop the server a little bit. Yes, sir. Waiting, compiling. We had a warning. Click, 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 click. This is no my favorite browser. If I click overview, nothing happened. Why nothing is happening? Row bottom data Dioxus ID2. Makes sense. Cell value true. Data modes data coordinates. Given the coordinates from the bottom. But this isn't my case. This is not happening to me. I'm using change my cross version to stable. You can use ROSAC, the ROS version, ROSAC stable, default stable copy, and let's go. Paste. ROSAC default stable. Using existing install for stable R64 Apple Darwin here. Now let's stop my server, clear, and dx help. Let's see something. Check the ROS files and pray for issues. Dioxus file controls. No, I mean cargo help. Cargo clean. Cargo clean. Cargo clean and now cargo install. No. Cargo. Yeah. Now npx serve. Now this is compiling again. What we did, we changed our ROS version from nightly to stable. Let's see if that fixes. Okay. Now move this and and inspect console, console log. It's not giving any feedback. It's not giving feedback. It's not giving feedback. Okay. I need to investigate more deep. Why isn't working? Let's try with this one. Okay, let's try with this another one. One of them should be. Oh. Pro macro panic. It's checking. Remember that I delete my target folder. Sample. Let's delete that property. It's preventing us. Okay. It's working. No, it's not working. Prevent default. Okay. Event handlers receive an event object containing information about the event. Different types of events contain different types of data. For example, mouse-related events contain mouse data, which tell you things like where the mouse was clicked and what the mouse buttons were used. In the example above, this event data was logged to the terminal. Click it. Again, let's try again. Let's try again. Let's go. Click my mouse. It's not working. It's not working. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. And why this? Hello, Hacker News. Okay. Yeah, in this case, this simple button should display under the console the logs, but that isn't happening. That isn't happening. That isn't happening. Okay. Let's continue. Don't worry. Event handlers. We saw this recently. let's copy this just for testing purposes. Not sure if I forgot what something, what I did wrong, which I don't believe, but which is weird. State. So far, okay. No, don't worry. I'm gonna try to solve in another streaming why it's not working. But let's continue with state. State. So far, our components had no state like normal RAS functions. To make our application change, when we hover over a link, we need the state to store the currently hovered links in the region. You can create a state in Dioxus using hooks. Hooks are RAS functions. You call it in a constant order in a component that add additional functionality to the component. In this case, we use the use context provider and use context hooks. You can provide a closure to use context provider that determine the initial value of the shared state and provides the value to all child components. You can then use the use content hooks to read and modify the state in the preview and story listening components. When the value hook updates, the signal will cause the components re-render and provides you with the new value. Okay. Let's see if I understood what it happened. First, using a closure and using use content provider, we can determine the initial state of the component. Use context is the hook to really modify the state. And if we want to update the value and if we want to cause a re-render, we can do it through signals. So, use content provider, using a closure, signals, new, preview state, and set. This is going to be the first state of the previous state. Okay, so let's copy this one and arc. Now, we need to consume this state into our stored listing. Create a variable mutable, creating a mutable variable preview state that is consuming the signal with the current state. Yeah, this we must copy this into our component for listing. First state, this is even the first state. Yeah, this is consuming. Yeah. And yeah, here amounts enter mode using the event, and we use this event handler to cause a change, in the stage, in the previous stage, right? And you can see that we need to use a pointer. This isn't a pointer. This is the reference. I don't remember. To get access into the previous state. And change the state to loaded with the respected values. Start page data and what this this component had inside. Yeah, here I'm all centered. Yeah. Cool, amazing. And on the other hand, we had on focus. And now we have to go to our preview element. Preview element here. The preview element, the initial state isn't set, but now we are going to consume the state from our context. Left, press state, right. And instead of using that one, you must to activate to consume. You can read more about hooks in hook preference. The rules of hooks. Hooks is powerful. Okay. Sorry, I'm forgetting this. Okay, this is working. Hello, Hacker News. It's working on hover. It's passing the corresponding value. Probably this is working, but not sure why it's not, why it isn't activating with the right value. Let's delete this. But yeah. Over and started to preview it. And story. Sorry. Over. This is where it's unset, but where it's loaded, Where it's loading, where it's loaded, is taken on story, right? Take the story and it's taking the item with the URL using uh, the URL for our href value, and it's using the title from the story item title. Yeah, that's why this is story listing. Hello Hacker News. Among center, we get the private state through our context. We get the context, and next we change through right through this writable. It's a let's hold it. Get a mutable reference to the value. If the value has been dropped, this will panic. Yeah. We get the value and we can change the state. And private state, when I hover over this, is taking the value from Hello Hacker News. And instead of having in our preview hover over and story to preview it here, change that value change to the story item title that already we know. Yeah, amazing. Literally, I would like to know what is not working in another example with bots. But let's continue. The rules of hooks. Hooks are a powerful way to manage state in Dioxus, but there are some rules you need to follow to ensure they Dioxus use the order you call hooks to differentiate between hooks, because the order you call hooks matters. You must follow this rule. Rule number 1. Hooks may be only used in components or other hooks. We'll get to that later, okay? Rule number 2. On every call to the component function, the same hook must be called. 2.2 in the same order. 3. Hook's name should start with use, so you don't accidentally confuse them with regular functions. These rules mean that there are certain things you can do with hooks. No hooks in conditionals, which makes me sense because we have the closures. Instead, always call use signals. You can put other stuff in the conditional stuff. Amazing. No hooks in closure. Don't call hooks inside closure. We can guarantee that the closure it's used will be called in the same order every time. This is wrong. Instead of that, we must use the hood outside, and below we can use a closure and call B. No hooks in loops. Don't no use hooks in loops. In this case, if the length of the back change, we break rule 2. The rule 2 said on every call to the component function, the same hook must be called in the same order. But in hooks, but in looping, that can change. Instead, using a hash map with a use signal. Let's selection map use signal. We had a hash map. with the values that we want, and we can perform a looping inside and read the value that we want. Print selected. Select. Data fetching. This is too simple. I'm not gonna deep dive into this because I want to speak about another topic. What is happening here? It's using the API for Hacker News. A static variable for the items for the users, and what is the tip of the comments. An async function that basically is taking the base URL, the item API, the number, and the ID, and using requests we get our values, and we receive a response in JSON. And the code above requires requests, async recursions, and futures. Futures is required if we want to use async in Rust, right? Let's see what happened here. See. Use resource. Use resource using a closure, and inside we're calling or get source. That is get source. That require an ID. And yeah, that's the way in how we for Hacker News. And doing a checking if it exists or if not. That's the reason why we had some okay. If it's okay, so print this kind of you just loading items, right? The route, it's not required. We learned that we can use hooks, hook, and the hooks always use this word use, always begin with use, and we can get access through other components through context. Yeah, but let's start. The next streaming, I'm gonna do the data fetching and probably understand better how to manage the user inputs. The routing, it's too simple, and we can do routing different ways. From my point of view, Dioxus it's Dioxus can be managed. SurrealDB. SurrealDB is the ultimate multimodal database. SurrealDB offers iDynamic and adaptable platform for business with an integrated suite of cutting-edge database solutions, tools, and services. SurrealDB empowers you workforce to discover and innovate answers using products meticulously crafted to meet their requirements. I love this database. I tried to use this database 1 year ago. It was hard because the documentation at that time was ugly. Now it's improved a lot, improved a lot. And we had a database that is able to do real time, and you can do security permissions all in one. You can query data as well in real time, and you can connect to the database in as it will be REST, JSON RPC, as it said here. Query the database with the tools you want. Your data, your choice. SurrealDB is designed to be flexible to use with support for SurrealQL. GraphQL, it's coming soon. CRUD support over REST and JSON RPC querying and modification over the WebSocket with the RED to the client connections with inbuilt permission. SurrealDB speed up development process and fit it seamlessly into any tech stack. Connecting query directly from web browsers and client device. You can get access to this database from anywhere, which is marvelous. Advanced inter-document relations and analysis. No joins, no pay. With full RAG database functionality, SurrealDB enables more advanced currents and analysis. Records can be connected to one another with Edge, each with its own record properties and metadata. Simple extensions to traditional SQL queries allowed for multiple tables, multi-petit documents retrievals efficiently in the database without the use of complicated joins and without bringing the data down to the client. Scaled effortlessly. Table, document, and graph stores into model your data in any way. Real-time lead queries and data changes direct to the application. We had JSON RPC, this is possible. We had support for Watson. And the signups to be embedded on run this in distributed environment. A lot of features just for one product. And we can use this database with another product that is the SurrealList. Use the SurrealList management application to manage your schema data in SurrealDB. And in the past you had used Supabase, you know that you have an environment when you can do modifications so faster, and you can do modifications in different ways, in an easy way. So imagine that we have CQL. Imagine that we have MySQL or PostgreSQL, and we had a client application. When you use SurrealList, you are going to feel that this is the future for databases because the management is too easy. It's intuitive. It's like a dream. and really I like this database. Let's open Surrealist a little bit. Uh, let's Docker, turn on Docker, and go to the dashboard. Because okay, let's see. Yeah, it's connected. I'm connected to the database. Let's get started. But okay, before to start, let's see what the internet said about SurrealDB. What is SurrealDB? It's a multimodal database. SurrealDB enables developers to use multi-techniques to store and model data without having to choose a method in advance. With the use of tables, SurrealDB has similarities with relational databases, but with the added functionality and flexibility of advanced nested fields and arrays. Inter-document record links allowed for simple to understand and highly performant related queries without the use of joins. Everyone here hates joins. Don't worry about it. But okay, let's open a folder at the base. Yeah, open in your browser. Nope, I don't want to do this yet. SurrealDB features single node in memory, like Redis, web browsers, like it will be IndexedDB, can be used like that. Single node for persistent database using RocksDB, distributed TKB for highly available and highly scalable setup. SurrealDB can be run on top of the TKB cluster. And next, and the new feature has it will be a single node or all native stored engines, writing in Rust for multiple concurrent writers and readers. Run on different platforms. The language definitions, it's similar to use simple SQL. Modeling data can be done using basic types, anti-value arrays, direction, objects, geometries, locations. Can you see? This is a query in SurrealDB. Create articles and set the name for that property. Too similar. Can you see? Now let's back. Surrealist. And now the start product by my side is Surrealist. You can create your own SurrealDB server just using the docs, SurrealDB documentation, and we have installation and running over Docker. The Docker image requires some updates, but you can get a SurrealDB instance just getting the with the volumes using the complete file folder redirection using the default user root and password root. And in my case, I don't want to use in-memory servers, so I prefer the disk-based server. That's the reason, because I have this property here, the file, accessing to my data and my database.db file. If you want to use the in-memory server, follow the instructions. Just need to change file with the respective direction and change the memory. Yeah, but the difference that, remember, when it's in memory, when the server shut down, you lost data. I hate that. That's the reason, because I'm using a Docker Compose file. And yeah, now if would you like to use a new connection, just you need to choose the method. As you know, you can get access to the database through different methods: HTTP, HTTPS, WebSockets, has it will be a IndexedDB or in memory. This is confusing. I was trying to type in here 1.7.0.0.1 but this isn't working. I don't know why. Next, I changed that by localhost 90. The namespace, it doesn't matter. It can be whatever you want. I don't know. In the doc says that you must use text test in namespace test and the database text. But I type database, edit word, and the method you can get a token, or you can get access through the database, through the namespace, because it's amazing. Different ways to authenticate, because we had a dashboard when you can manage which person had root user, which person had a namespace user, or users can get access to the database, or what are the scopes that the user has permissions. You can create functions. Schema functions allow you to define stored procedures that can be reused through your queries. This view allows you to effortlessly create and manage your functions. You can use machine learning models inside this database. Model using SurrealML machine learning. Models directly to SurrealDB and use the power of machine learning within your queries. Upload your model and use whatever you want. And yeah, inside here which is super useful, but it was really hard to me to know that we had a docs inside this amazing app. But yeah, if you don't wanna have problems connecting with the database, remember address and port, and download the desktop application because it's better. We had a dashboard similar to Supabase when you can run queries, define modules from here, and we haven't explored it. You can create your tables and you can add your you can manage the relationships between the tables, and you can choose between if the schema is schemaless or schemaful. I'm gonna speak about this in my next streaming. And we have the designer. Yeah, we can create a table visually, connect our tables without problems. And this is amazing because can reduce the developer time too much when you learn. As the dream for whatever developer. You can build real time, you can build REST, and that's all. This is just a little introduction, just because I'm gonna speak about this in our next stream. That's all for now, and that's okay. I expect that this stream will be helpful for whatever for all of us. I'm not an expert. I'm not really nervous. It's okay. That's offline. That's all for today. Bye bye.